Hello guys, welcome back for a new day and a new topic. If you think that I have come up with a new topic to talk about, let me just tell you, no. I have come up with something which is really important. If you focus for the next 10 to 15 minutes with me, you will learn something really important and you will definitely thank me by the end of this video, which you would never guess. Wow, you would be really surprised thinking that, wow, is this the case? Is this what we used to do? Which is nothing but the most common errors. What are these most common errors? I'm going to tell you about the common errors or most common errors that we do while we speak English. I understand India is not the native speaker of English, but still in India it is considered as the second language. After Hindi, the most spoken language in India is English. So while we speak English, the most of the time what we have done is we have started to speak English like Hindi. This is called as DESIFIcation. Okay, so if I have to bring this into very simple three things, what are these common errors are? The first thing will be the grammatical errors. I will tell you what are these grammatical errors, but understand now that we do make mistakes while we use English grammar. And the next one, if I have to talk, is about using inappropriate words. I mean, we do use, as in we Indians, use certain words which are not necessary in the sentences. I will tell you about all those things in this video. And the next one is my favorite, which is the literal translation, that is word-to-word translation. In simple words, I just have to say that we start speaking English like Hindi. So that's what is called as literal translation. So which cannot work. Like for example, if I have to say something in my language and I have to say the same thing in English, it has to be spoken like English. And people also have a wrong idea about the communication skills are nothing but English speaking skills. But I have already told you in the communication skills class, communication skills and English speaking skills are two different things. If you say you lack communication skills, it means that you do not know how to speak at all. It means that you do not know how to communicate at all. But if you lack English skills, it means that you have poor English language skills. So please do not combine the communication skills and the English speaking skills. So next very important point, as I said, speak English like English. And do not ever speak English like Hindi. So like how we speak Hindi like Hindi. So imagine if I start speaking Hindi like English.
कि तुम हमको इस स्केल में हराओ और हम तुम्हारा लगान माफ कर देगा.
So it cannot happen that way, right? Because we cannot speak Hindi like English, then why do we have to speak English like Hindi?
कहीं तुम हार गया तो तुम हमको 3 गुना लगान देगा. शर्त मंजूर है? ठीक है, हम शर्त बनाता है. तुम हमको इस स्केल में हराओगे तो तुम्हारा इस साल का तो किया. हम अगले साल का भी लगान माफ कर दे.
So, like just you watch the video, you would sound exactly the same when you speak English like Hindi. So, we do not want to do that. In that case, we have to focus on certain things where I'm going to teach you now very few, like 5 or 6 common errors that we do. You just have to focus for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So here we go with the very first example or the very first error. Just listen carefully. This is an office scenario. This is Suresh and Rita working at the office.
Hey Suresh, do you know all these big companies are firing employees?
And now you should have guessed what the mystic is. And if you haven't guessed it, then watch the next video. Here it comes.
I'm sorry.
क्या क्या कहा आपने?
I'm sorry. मैंने गुस्से में कुछ ज्यादा ही बोल दिया.
कोई बात नहीं सेन्योरिटा, कोई बात नहीं. बड़े-बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी-छोटी बातें होती रहती हैं.
So, if you had focused on the last 2 seconds of the video and the previous animation, the mistake is using these words big. Correct? Do you remember? I said bade deshon mein. And we wanted to say the same thing like how Rita said big companies. Why do we have to say big companies? It's nothing but we are translating word to word from Hindi to English. So we should never make this mistake. Instead, you can just say big companies, or we can just say small things. And we also say morning he called me. Instead of saying morning, you can just say he called me early in the morning. Why do we have to say that? And all these usage of the words twice, it's wrong. Instead of using very good, you can just say it's very good, because very doesn't make any sense. So stop using the same word twice in the same sentence, which doesn't make any meaning. Instead, just say the big companies started firing their employees. Every small thing makes a difference in our life. Got it? And now the second scenario. It's a beautiful morning and a man entering the reception area, and there's a conversation between a customer and the receptionist.
May I know your good name, sir?
My name is Manish Kumar.
Oh, wow, error again. So, if you have listened to the conversation there, the receptionist asked, "May I know your good name, sir?" So, do you think people have one good name and a bad name? And she's asking for the good name. It is wrong. You should never ask anyone, "What is your good name?" Instead, you can just ask, "What's your name?" Or, "May I know your name?" Why do we have to use an unnecessary word called good in between to make it wrong? We all know what's your name. So why do we have to say, "What's your good name?" What if he replies, "Do you think I have a bad name?" Alright, now let's go to the scenario number 3.
Thank you, Mr. Manish.
Wow, there is an error here too. What's the error? Mr. Manish, what was the problem there? I will tell you now. So if you know what is title, title is nothing but like we use before we call anybody's name, like how the receptionist said, it is Mr. Manish. Like if you have to understand those Mr. and Miss, Mrs., Ms., Doctor, all these are titles. And if you know the first name, like Narendra Modi, Narendra should be the first name, Modi is the last name. Shilpa Shetty, Shilpa is the first name, Shetty is the last name. So if you understand, all these are the titles. If you know what is Mr., Mr is for the man, what we use as Mr, whether he is married or unmarried. So if it is Miss, what is Miss? Miss is used for a female who is unmarried. So next one is Mrs. Who is Mrs.? Mrs. is the person, a woman who is married. A woman who is unmarried is called as Miss. A woman who is married, we address her with Mrs. And now, who is MS? And how do we say it? It's called as Ms. When we do not know the marital status of a woman, we use Ms. to address her. And doctor, obviously you know. So if you are using these titles before their name, for example, my name is Rakshit Shetty. Rakshit to be my first name and Shetty is my last name. So if you're using Mr. before my name, it should always be in this pattern. Let me tell you. So for example, Mr. Manish Kumar, you can address anyone with the full name using the title. And next one is Mr. Manish and next is Mr. Kumar. As I told you, you can never use Mr. Manish as in the title and the first name. The title should always go with either the full name or just the last name. So Mr. Manish Kumar is the right thing and Mr. Kumar is the right thing and Mr. Manish is the wrong thing. I hope you understood this very simple logic. If you have got it, let's go to the fourth scenario.
Mr. Kumar, please return back the card.
Wow, error again. Let me tell you, this is one among the most common errors what people do in their everyday life. I see this, I come across this every day through my emails and while people converse, but I really want to tell everyone this is the biggest blunder which steals the magic of your language, which is repeat again. Why do we have to say repeat again when again is already re? Repeat means is already doing it again. Every time we use re, as in rewrite, redo, it means it's already again. So here you are using two agains in one sentence. It means, can you please repeat again? Wrong. You could have just said, can you please repeat or can you please say it again? The same way, return back. When are you going to return back my money? Why do we have to say return and back? Well, it is there in the same sentence. And revert back. What is revert? First of all, we use revert in our emails. Using revert is absolutely wrong. Revert doesn't mean reply. Revert means go back to the same situation where we can't use that while writing emails. Please revert to this email. It is wrong. Instead, you can say, please reply to my email. And the last one is reply back. Why didn't you reply back to my message? Reply is again back. Why do we have to say reply back? So what is right? Let me tell you now. Repeat again. Instead you can say please repeat or say that again. Return back. Instead you can say please return or give back. Revert back, you should never say. You can say please revert in that situation but not in emails as I said, or you can say please answer or reply back. What is reply back? Please reply or respond to my messages. I hope you got this right. Well, let's look at some examples for all these now. Like for example, if you want to say repeat again, you can just say I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Could you please repeat? Or you can say, can you please say that again? Next, return back. Instead of saying return back, you can just say, when are you going to return my money? Next, revert. As I said, never use revert in your email because revert doesn't mean reply or answer. Instead, you can say, can we revert to the original condition of the things? It means that you were in some condition, you want to go back to that condition is called as revert. Next is reply back. Why didn't you reply to my message? You can't say reply back. I hope you got it. If you are clear, let's go to the next thing. So, this is an office scenario where the office boy Ramesh is walking to Rita. Good morning, madam.
Ramesh, please get a Xerox of this document.
Wow, error again. And this is the biggest blunder. Let me tell you, Xerox is the machine Xerox is a company which makes photocopy machines. So if you say get one Xerox of this, it means the person has to get the machine for you, or he has to get the company for you. Instead, you are supposed to say get a photocopy of this document. You should never use Xerox for photocopy. Like I have heard people saying, please get the Xerox of your resume. Wrong. Instead, you have to say, please get a photocopy of your resume. I'll give you an example. You just have to say, get a photocopy of your resume, or get 2 photocopies of this document. I hope this is clear for you. If that's clear, let's jump to the next one. And this is Rita and Suresh again.
Suresh, who is coming to the party tonight?
I guess everyone are coming to the party.
Wow, error again. Alright, what was the error there? Because people have an idea when they say everyone or everybody, there are many people there, and so they have to use the preposition are. No. For every singular indefinite pronoun, like whatever you see in this screen, all these has to be considered as singular, so you have to use is. You have to say everyone is coming to the party. I hope you got it. Like everybody is or someone is. It's not someone are or everyone are. I hope you got it. If you're clear, let's jump to the next one. It's the same scenario now.
Hey guys, one of my friend want to join the party.
Wow, there is an error again. Well guys, let me tell you, this is one of the most common and the silliest mistake what people make is saying one of my friend. They think one, so they say friend. So it is wrong. It is one of my friends, because she is one among many. So I say she is one among my friends. So I say she is one of my friends, or she is one of my colleagues. So it is one from many. Never say one of my friend. Instead you say one of my friends. Okay, let me just give her a hug. Thank you. I hope this session was useful and it was entertaining, and please do consider all these common errors. If you are not clear, go and watch this video again, but please do not make this mistake again. There are hardly 7 or 8 which I have mentioned here, but I will definitely come back with many more such common errors in my next video. Until see you there.